Hello and welcome back to Hawks Tarot. I'm Dr. Jennifer Hawks. Today we're going to do a reading for Geminis and we're going to see what comes out first and then we'll go from there, okay? I'm going to get a couple basic cards first from the Angel deck just to kind of see what's going on for Geminis. Queen of Water just popped out. Let's see what's going on for my Geminis. Geminis, you got some love for somebody, or is your relationship getting a little better? Are you getting closer to somebody potentially? What's going on for my Geminis? What's the energy around my Geminis? The Hermit and the Nine of Water. So you might even be just kind of spending some time alone right now and focusing on what's going to bring you joy, what's going to bring you happiness in your life, Gemini. Maybe even spending time with your family or old time friends. Anything else? What's going on for Gemini? What's up for my Gems? Queen of Earth. So yeah, Gemini, it does kind of look like even if you have feelings for someone, that you're really kind of just going within right now and focusing on your personal emotional fulfillment and happiness, and that you're also focusing on your stability with the Queen of Earth coming out and taking a sensible approach, right? Not going gung ho, head over heels in love with somebody, not really putting yourself in that position to be vulnerable emotionally and working on yourself. The Queen of Earth also it's a very motherly energy, Mother Earth even kind of. And the aspect with the Queen of Earth here is making time for those around you. So maybe you're focusing on yourself, you're giving love where you can, you're really making sure that you focus on what's going to bring you happiness in the long run, but making time for those that you care about and not really necessarily putting yourself in a vulnerable position in love. So, with that being said, those are just the first few that came out with the Angel deck. So, you had Queen of Water come out first, followed by the Hermit. So, you could be dealing with a water sign, you could be dealing with a Virgo. Nine of Water, and Queen of Earth. So another earth sign there. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo again. Now I'm going to go into the Light Seers deck and ask a little bit more for my Geminis. Let's get a couple more shuffles in here. Okay, for my Gemini. Ooh. Energy around my Gemini. Energy around Gemini. Three of Cups in the reverse. So that aspect of, you going within and looking at your own personal emotional fulfillment, focusing on your stability, you may need to actually get out and have a little bit more fun. The Three of Cups in the reverse can signify, not celebrating, not celebrating with friends. So this kind of almost contradicts what the Angel deck had come out with initially, right? Because I was getting this feeling that, yes, you are focusing on yourself, but that you're making time for friends. But it doesn't actually, the Light Seers is saying you're actually not going out and celebrating with friends. That you are more in this hermit mode and this Nine of Water, aspect without branching out and meeting new people. So I guess it does kind of go together a little bit. You are focusing on the people that matter to you, the closer friends, but not necessarily going out and celebrating and meeting new people here. What's going on with the Three of Cups? Why isn't Gemini my social butterflies? Why aren't my gems going out and meeting new people? Why is the three? Oh, you're trying to get unstuck from something? Eight of Swords came out in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. So you may actually have felt stuck recently and then had to go back within and be like, okay, what's next, Jim? Like, what am I going to do now? Right? What do I need to do to bring some of this joy back into my life? Because maybe you were going out and celebrating with friends and having a good time and meeting new people, but it wasn't bringing the fulfillment to your life that you wanted. So you were just pulling back from that, trying to get unstuck, trying to really focus on what's going to bring you stability and happiness. Now it's coming together more. Okay. So what was Gemini getting unstuck from? What's Gemini getting unstuck from? Six of Wands. That's that aspect of victory and recognition. So, Gemini, were you in a position where you were seeking recognition, fame, glory, clout? Were you pushing and meeting these new people and networking and trying to go out to kind of seek some form of recognition or victory? But then you found that that wasn't actually benefiting you and your soul and what you wanted in the long run. So you kind of pulled it back in. Like, okay, focus on yourself now, Gemini, because you're draining yourself, you're going out and you're just not happy with that. It's not bringing you the fulfillment that you thought it would. So you're getting unstuck from this aspect of public recognition. You're bringing a level of balance into your life. Good. All right. What's going to bring my Geminis the Nine of Water fulfillment? What's going to bring Geminis the Nine of Water? The World with the Four of Wands on the bottom. So closing out a cycle and allowing for a new cycle to begin. The World is, I love this card because you can look at it from that aspect of, okay, what cycles need to be closed? Or you can look at it from that aspect of, I've closed a cycle. Now, what is that going to allow the universe to bring in for me? Right? So what's going to bring you emotional fulfillment is maybe closing that cycle of seeking recognition and, going out and meeting people, even though it's not bringing you any happiness. You want to start a cycle that's more about love. I think you're trying to bring and manifest love and stability into your life because you're finding that your previous approach wasn't necessarily fulfilling to you. So you've got this Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. So you want to bring in this cycle of love, of a happy home life, of stability. And the way that you were approaching it previously was not bringing you fulfillment. You still felt like something was missing. So you went back within and hermited yourself for a minute to get yourself unstuck from seeking maybe attention in the wrong direction or seeking, friendships that maybe weren't necessarily good for you. And what you want now is you want to close that cycle so that you can begin a new cycle in your life that's much more loving, fulfilling, and stable. Queen of Cups came back out on the bottom here as well. So yeah, you want to give love. And I think you're seeking that person that you can feel stable with and give love to. It sounds like I'm speaking to my single Geminis. right now. Like you were looking for love in all the wrong places. I just got that. I was going to say something completely different. And then that like song popped into my head and I was like, oh, okay. So the going out, it was just making you feel stuck and you were getting a lot of attention from maybe the people or the wrong types of people that weren't really matching with your energy and what you wanted in the long run. And now you're kind of adjusting that to find what's more suited to you. Okay. All right. Well, good. Let's ask advice for my Geminis. Advice for Gemini. Six of Cups. So, family, friends, old classmates, past life soulmates. Spending time with the close family and the close friends and the people that truly have your back, right? We can branch out and meet a ton of amazing new people. And I love to do that at times. But then there's also that aspect that is this just draining me and I'm not really getting the substance that I'm really looking for in the long run for myself. So you may want to reconnect with some old friends if that is something you've been thinking about, or even just spending time with family and friends in your inner circle, your soul family, right? Your ride or dies. Nine of Wands on the bottom. So, there might be something you're still getting over or healing from in the past. Maybe you had a situation or a relationship or someone that you were really into, or it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, or they weren't interested in the same thing in the long run that you wanted. And so that might have been part of what made you feel stuck with, okay, well, I need to get out there and meet more people and meet the right one. And maybe this is kind of just trying to tell you that wounded warrior aspect of you were trying to jump into something that you weren't ready for, and you just needed to make sure that you went in and healed yourself first so that the universe could bring in this new cycle for you with love and a stable home life. Okay. Other advice for Geminis. Advice for Geminis. The Lovers with the Ace of Wands on the bottom. So this is my Gemini card anyway, the Lovers. So this is about a choice. It doesn't have to be a choice in love, but it seems like it might be in this instance. And the Ace of Wands. Oh, right underneath the Ace of Wands is the Five of Wands and the Tower. Look, Ace of Wands on the bottom, Five of Wands underneath that, and the Tower underneath that. Are you foreseeing some kind of struggle or competition if you make a passionate move towards somebody? Like you feel like either they're not interested in that, or Gemini, you do feel good enough, right? You just got that overwhelming sensation of someone that's very passionate and wants to give a lot of love and they want love in their life, but maybe the type of person that you really truly deserve, maybe you don't feel good enough for them. And that's still part of that healing aspect, right? I will say this 100 times over. Sorry if you don't like to hear it. Anyone that thinks they're not good enough for somebody else, you're not, because you don't think you are, right? You have to have that confidence and know who you are and what you want and give that self-love first. No one else is going to come in and make you feel like you're, you know, the most amazing person ever if you don't already feel good about yourself. You're always going to, shun the compliments or not take that person seriously if they compliment you because you're like, "Oh, whatever. Whatever. They don't really actually feel that way about me." Um Gemini, you're wonderful. So, your true partner is out there for you, and you just have to keep working on yourself. It does look like you have a choice to give love, but you feel this struggle around love for some reason. Why does Gemini feel a struggle around love? Why does Gemini feel a struggle around love? Five of Pentacles. Is there someone you're holding on to that you're still in love with and you feel left out by them? Is this a financial aspect where you feel like it's a struggle in love because you got to work on your own personal stability and you don't have time to build a relationship with someone? Maybe you feel like you're not in the right position to have love in your life right now. I feel like all three of those situations apply for different Geminis right now. Yeah, Eight of Cups on the bottom. So you know, having to walk away from something and walk towards your happiness. You may have been giving, oh, that makes a lot of sense with the first card out being the Queen of Water. You may have been giving a lot of love to somebody that wasn't returning that emotional space to you. They weren't returning that love to you. And that left you feeling kind of, out in the cold. And that left you feeling like you didn't want to go out and party. It may have even made you, maybe they wanted to be friends, but you didn't want that. You wanted something more serious. And verification right there. Whoever this person was that you were kind of seeking recognition from, you're getting yourself unstuck now from that person because you're realizing, okay, if that's what they're interested in, that's fine, but I'm not going to let that hurt me, you know? And so you were kind of in your head about it where you had kept giving love to somebody that maybe only wanted to be your friend and they didn't want a love situation with you, but you kept seeking that recognition from them. But now you're just seeing this struggle. Yeah. You had to walk away from somebody and move to calmer waters underneath that on the bottom of the deck and get back to working diligently towards the things that are going to bring you success. Right underneath that, Empress. So to obtain and or maintain your Empress status, you had to walk away from that stuff and from that energy and put yourself back into your work. And then the aspect of right underneath that is the Hermit again. So, oh my gosh, and the Queen of Pentacles underneath that. So we're getting a lot of the same cards to explain this, even on the bottom of the deck. You had to go back and put yourself back into your work, put yourself back into, okay, Gemini, let me regroup. What's going to bring me stability and emotional fulfillment? What's going to allow me to maintain and or obtain my Empress status? And so you had to go within and heal and focus on stability. Take a more sensible approach, which is what I said in the first place. That's wonderful, Gemini. For you to be able to recognize that in yourself and in the cycle that needed to end. I know a lot of Geminis, and I'm guilty of this too, where we can overgive to people because we want them to mirror that energy to us. And sometimes if it doesn't happen, and we could just be pushing them further away and not even realize it because we're just giving them so much of our energy. But you're also feeding them when you do that, right? If someone's not bringing to the table the energy that you're bringing, it's not a match, not a vibrational match. And you could still be friends with them, but don't let yourself get hurt by them. Because you already know that that's where they're at. And that's okay. Everyone can be wherever they need to be in their own healing journey. Okay. What is the message for my Gemini's highest good? What is the message for my Gemini's highest good right now? Gemini's highest good. 8 of Pentacles again. It fell. Hold on. So you actually are doing what you need to do, is to put yourself back into your work and focus on, maybe some of you want to go back to school. Maybe some of you are trying to build a new business, focus on a new career, put some time in, get some overtime, create that stability for yourself and work hard and do your due diligence to allow the universe to bring in what you truly deserve. Keep working hard, Geminis. Show me the outcome for my Geminis with this situation leading up to now. What's the outcome for my Geminis? 9 of Cups and 7 of Cups. With the Chariot on the bottom. Some of you may actually have a Cancer that you were dealing with or that's coming in, because you have the Chariot and the Moon on the bottom of the card. Also could be a Pisces with the Moon card here. But right underneath the Moon card, you have the 3 of Swords. So you're moving on from the illusion and from the heartbreak. Gemini, did you build up an illusion that you were going to be with this person? And, you had it all planned out, didn't you? We're good like that. Geminis are great like that. If we see a future with somebody, we could have our whole lives planned out with that person before we even truly let them know exactly how they feel, or before they even tell us that they love us or anything like that, right? Because we're the magician, we're creators, we're manifestors, we're dreamers. We think up what we want and then we bring it in. But if that's not the right match for you and the universe is like, okay, Gemini, like, I see where you're going with that, and you'll get that, but make sure you're not manifesting somebody in particular, but you're manifesting the characteristics of that person into your life, right? The universe might have someone else picked out for you. So what you're actually doing here is moving on from the illusions and the secrets and the heartache, and allowing yourself to kind of get out of the hypothetical theory, focusing on your personal emotional fulfillment. 9 of Cups once again came out, and looking at your options. You probably have a lot more options than you realize, because your mindset was stuck on what you wanted in somebody else, or how a certain person maybe made you feel, or the lust that you had for somebody, or just how darn attracted you were to them, right? How much fun you had with them. But the universe is kind of trying to tell you maybe that person is not the right one for long-term growth, but they were meant to teach you another lesson. Okay, let's get a Medicine Woman Oracle card as additional advice for my Geminis. Medicine Woman Oracle deck, give me the best piece of advice you can give to my Geminis right now. One more shuffle. Best piece of advice for my Geminis right now. Please and thank you, Spirit, for my Geminis. Geminis, please. Oh, here we go. What? I think we got a couple that flipped. Oh, here we are. You got number 24, Summer, a time for blooming. Celebrate your successes. So we're getting ready to go into summer. And it's still spring right now, but we're getting ready to go into summer. So maybe the aspect of you putting the work in here in the spring on yourself, on your business, on, just building that stability. That seems like your successes are going to pay off in the summertime. Also, divine sensuality. I reveal your talent to enchant. Geminis are very enchanting, very charismatic. We could make friends with pretty much anybody. We could connect with almost, pretty much all walks of life, right? So your talents, you are a mesmerizing person. You're the magician, Gemini. You can create and manifest anything you want. So the Medicine Woman Oracle here is trying to tell you, kind of tap into the talents that you have to be very enchanting, to be magical, and to bring positivity to this world. And then we have Mother Earth, card number 4. Forge a new alliance with nature. So getting back to nature, getting back in touch with yourself and Mother Earth. And what a perfect time to do that in the spring so that your successes can pay off in the summertime, Gemini. All right, Gems. Good luck. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you around. Bye.